G'day YouTube, welcome to another episode of the Friday Vape Club. As always, your host Squidly back for another review for you. Today we are looking at a little single 18650 mechanical squonk mod. This is the S2 and this is a collaboration between Augvape and MOSFET. And MOSFET's kind of like this designer out of the US. They designed some really high-end kind of good looking devices and they paired up with Augvape to have this manufactured in China. So yeah, designed in the US, made in China. As I said, this is a mechanical device, so it doesn't have a chipset to regulate or for you to dial in any of your wattage or voltage. However, it does have a MOSFET in it, which is an added little safety feature. However, you should understand Ohm's law, so make sure you do understand Ohm's law. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna dive down, we'll take a quick look around this thing. There's not really much to it. So then we'll jump back up top here. We'll do pros, cons, we'll do the price. If I think it's the best or worst device ever. Stick around, watch this video. Don't forget to subscribe if I have earned your subscription. Don't forget to smash that like button for me and check out all my social media links in the description below. Let's roll that intro and get into this. Okay, here we have a closer look at the MOSFET and Augvape S2 Squonk mod. This is a mechanical device that does have a MOSFET, so you do have some added safety protections in it. However, you still need to build to the capacity of your battery, so please understand Ohm's law if you are thinking about jumping in and grabbing one of these. So some quick specs on this. It is made of aluminium and plastic. So the side panels are aluminium and then the body or the chassis is plastic. It is designed by MOSFET in the States, who design some really nice stuff. If you go and check out their website, it's actually real quality gear. And then it is manufactured in China by Augvape. It is a single 18650, so you cannot run any other battery type in here, just 18650s. It was set up and designed for 18650s, which in my opinion is a little bit outdated. All right, so let's do some dimensions on this. It is near on 80 millimeters tall. It is 48 millimeters wide and it is 27 millimeters deep. Up the top here, you do have a spring-loaded gold-plated 510 squonk pin. You've got an O-ring on the inside of your 510 plate, which does help to eliminate any juice sort of seeping out between your addy and the mod, and then going down into the batteries or into your fire button. Down the front here, you do have a very nice fire button. It does protrude from the device, but the feel of this thing is sensational. You don't have to look for it. Your finger automatically finds it, and it does have a very nice click to it. There's nothing down the front, nothing underneath. You do have the Augvape logo on the back, and then you come around to the side again. On the back panel, you do have MOSFET. This is not removable, you can't get this out. And then this is the panel that comes out. So you do have your squonk door here. And the thing I like about this, I'll get the squonk bottle in a minute, but it is sort of offset a little bit. You can sort of see some of the battery and the squonk bottle. It's not moved all the way over. That also allows me to trigger fire and stick my thumb in to squonk with. And that's kind of cool. I don't have to, adjust it in my hands and then try and squonk with another finger. It's just kind of ergonomically set up. When you open up the battery door, the door is held in place with magnets to the battery. However, in saying that, it does fit in there very nice with just friction. So there is no battery, but that door is not coming off or moving. The friction fit is absolutely spot on. The machining is excellent. Inside here you do have your battery sled, so orientation positive, negative. There are gold plated connections for everything in here, which is sensational. There's your MOSFET underneath, and then you do have all the wiring recessed into the body. Really nicely designed. Here is your fire button and also your 510 connection. Very, very clean indeed. This is your Squonk bottle. It is an 8.5mm silicone Squonk bottle. Pretty standard stuff. It's got a little bit of a catchment up the top there, which I kind of like. So if any juice does sort of seep out of that connection to the 510, then you're going to catch it in there. Pretty standard. Let's take a look at the packaging, shall we? Packaging. Here is the packaging for the S2 Squonk mod, Augvape Mass Mods S2 picture. You do have the warning down here about nicotine. However, they have put this here that says the warning is only relevant unless you've got nicotine juice in it. Excellent work, Augvape. On the back, use your back-of-box bullshit. Have a pause, read. Once you open up your packaging, this is where your mod will be sitting, and that's kind of it. There's nothing else besides a warranty card. That's all that you get, and that's all that you kind of need. Because it's a mechanical device, there's no instruction manual. You don't need it. There's no odds and sods that goes with it, or little, peripherals or whatever you want to call them. You just don't need them. So awesome work. That's it. Let's jump back up to FaceTime. Let's do the pros and the cons, and then I'll give you the best or worst device ever. So there we had a quick look around this Mass Mods Augvape S2 Squonker. We're going to take this thing for a toot. All right, so let's see if this fucking thing works. I've got my drop solo on here. I've got a single 18650 inside. I can't remember what the resistance was. So yeah, let's take this thing for a fucking rip, shall we? As you can see, I pushed that fire button and it fired, so you know it works, and that is half the battle. Obviously with a mod, there's no flavor, cloud production or airflow to assess, so let's get straight into these pros and cons. Pros. This thing is absolute quality. It is really well constructed. Mass Mods and Augvape, they've done a bang up job on this thing. So it is very well put together. It comes with safety features like a MOSFET, plus you've also got gold plated contacts in here, which is pretty cool. You're getting that extra conductivity. It's got a nice clicky fire button. And that fire button, just the way that sits out slightly, just really, your finger finds that button and just rub that button a little bit like so. Very ergonomic for a boxy box mod. So it is, yeah, it's very comfortable in the hand. The edges have kind of been rounded, so it's not sharp, and it's got a little hefty weight to it. It has been very well designed. I have found that your trigger fire, and then the way that the door and the juice bottle is kind of off-centered a little bit, so you can see a little bit of the battery in there, and that allows my trigger finger to be on the fire button, and then I can thumb squeeze or thumb squonk. I don't have to worry about moving it, trying to press it, or anything like that. It's just set up for one-handed use. It's really, really clever. The last pro is you do get an 8.5mm Squonk bottle. Now, I know most Squonk devices come with a pretty decent sized Squonk bottle, but 8.5, that's kind of pushing that threshold a little bit. So I think that's really cool they've managed to fit that into this, tiny little setup. This thing though is not without its cons, so let's discuss those now. Couple of things. The battery door. So it's held into place with the magnets, and the magnets, they attach to your battery. But this thing, you kind of got to get it right in. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass from time to time when you take the battery door off, because you can't just like slap bang it in because it doesn't fit. You've got to actually make sure that it is centered before it goes in. I don't know whether you can call it a con for engineering something so well that it fits together really nicely, but it was just a pain in the ass from time to time, taking the battery out and taking the Squonk bottle out and filling it up and so on and so forth to just get that door on. I'd put it on and they'd be like, for fuck's sake, and then it just became a bit of a hassle. This is a single 18650 Squonk mod, and there's a very niche market for that. So I can't really call it a con for being an 18650 single battery Squonk mod, but it would have been really nice to be able to put 2700s or 21700s in here. I think just a single 18650 is a very outdated device. But apart from that, there hasn't been much else that I don't like about using this. So let's get into the price.
Price.
What is the S2 from Augvape and MOSFET going to set you back? A little bit of Google foo around the internet. I found it on sale in the United States for $40. That's a pretty decent price for what you're getting. Yeah, I'll give it that. Couldn't find it in any shops here in Australia. But you know, 40 bucks with a conversion rate, you're probably looking around, you know, 70, 75 bucks, something like that. So if I had to give this thing a rating out of best device ever, worst device ever, with nothing in between, just best or worst, I am gonna go with worst device ever. And that's simply because it's not compatible with 2700s, 21700s. And I know that's absolute bullshit because this is an 18650 device. It is only an 18650 device. But if you're gonna design something, give me the ability to run bigger batteries. That's just the thing that shits me. All right, so that's all I've got for you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Like always, please like, please share, please subscribe. And remember YouTube, keep it cloudy. Keep it cloudy.
A Gunner Slug production.